Today we're going through Do I Want to Know by the Arctic Monkeys. It's a real simple tune. It's only got 3 riffs in it, but it sounds awesome. So here we go. We're starting on the E string with our first finger on the 1st fret. And you're going to hammer on to the 3rd fret with the 3rd finger. First finger moves over to the 1st fret of the A string. Ring finger comes back to the 3rd fret on the E. Altogether that is. And then going back to that same starting thing with the hammer on from the 1st to the 3rd fret on the big E string, and then the 1st finger on the A. You're going to then go from the 1st fret to the 3rd fret with a 1 note slide. In other words, you want that slide to not sound like it's 2 notes but 1, but like this. So if we put that together, and then we're moving back to the 1 on the D string, and then we have the 3rd finger sliding from the 3rd fret to the 5th fret in 1 note. And then moving that 3rd finger back to the 3rd fret. So if we put all that together, we have. Moving on, we have the 1st finger hammering on to the 3rd fret on the A string, and this is a 2-note thing. And then open D, and then back to the 3rd fret. That sounds like this. Moving on, you have the 1st finger hammering on to the 3rd fret and then sliding to the 5th fret, and that's 3 notes. And then you have another slide from 3 to 5, and that's 1 note. And then you end the riff by putting your 1st finger on the 1st fret, the 3rd fret of the big E string. So that little piece sounds like. Let's put all of that together. 1, 2, 3. That riff continues throughout the intro and the verse. Leading into the pre-chorus, you're starting off by sliding into the 5th fret on the A string for 3 beats. And then you're going to move, then you're going to slide to the 10th fret, and then you're going to slide to the 6th fret to begin the riff. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And when you're doing that, you're picking each note to make that slide happen. So pick, 2, 3. Moving on, this where you're going to make a little bit of adjustment so that you can use your 4 fingers in this arrangement here. So you have 3rd fret with the 1st finger on the A, 5th fret with the 3rd finger, and then 6th fret with the 4th finger. Then back to the 5th fret, and then to the 3rd fret. And the fingerings are 1, 3, 4, 3, 1, and the rhythm sounds like. Then you move down to the 1st fret on the A string, and you have 1 to 3. And then you're going to pick the 1 again and hammer on to the 30. And an open D. And then the 3rd fret on the big E. Then you're going to play the 1st fret hammering onto the 3rd fret of the big E, and then 1 on the A, and then the 3rd fret on the big E. And that's how you end that riff. So putting all of that stuff together, it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And that last 3 that you're playing is the restarting of the initial riff. So that last bit of that riff. Now there's one more riff left, and it's way up here on the neck on the 12th fret, and the 10th fret, and the 11th fret, and the 13th fret. And the first note is on the G string on the 12th fret. And this first measure of the riff is not repeated, but the second measure is repeated, and that is repeated until the end of the song. So the first measure has a 12, and then 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10 on the G string, and then the 10th fret on the B. So and you can let those notes ring out over top of each other for that extra nasty dissonance. Then the next riff is a little bit different. 12, 10, 12, 10. And then you're going to slide your pinky finger from 11 to 13, and that's a little tricky. So if you wanted to use your ring finger, you could do that too. And so you're sliding 11 to 13, and then you have 10 and then 11. So all together, 3, 4. And that just happens over and over again. So if we put the first riff with the second riff of this riff, it sounds like this.